countdown, and now we are live on air. Say hello from ISTE. Woo! So we are now broadcasting. But if you're like a lot of my teachers, they're going to say, oh my gosh, I don't want to be on camera. Get that off of me. I can't believe I'm sitting right here where I'm on camera. No worries about that because I've sat at home, with my hair in rollers and in my pajamas with my cats and my glass of wine, and nobody wants to see that. So you can click on screen share, and I usually choose full screen or desktop as my sharing option, and then you'll click on share. And now it looks crazy psychedelic, so don't do it when you drink too much wine because then you'll be like, what's going on? So what that does is it allows the camera now is not focused on you. The camera is now focused and recording your computer screen. So whatever you see on your computer screen is what your audience will see. So if I come back to my slideshow, I can start that slideshow or that presentation, and it can be a Microsoft PowerPoint or it can be a Google presentation. Anything you can see on your computer, you can bring up and record. So instead of having to record a PowerPoint and then voiceover, you're doing it all at one time. You don't have to connect all those different things. And so I can go through and say, okay, kids, blah, 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 here we go. This is how you do this, and then make sure you go here. So not only can you bring up a PowerPoint, you can bring up absolutely anything you have on your computer. If you want to walk them through how to do a website or show them anything. Anything you could do on your computer can be recorded and can be seen. Once I'm done doing the presentation, I just go back to my Google Hangout. And remember, it's click on, click off, so I'm going to click that screen share button again to get rid of that psychedelic look. And now we're back to where the camera's on us. Now I'm going to show you just a couple of more features. There's lots of features, so I encourage you to play in this space. You can't really hurt anything. One of my favorite features is the Google Drive feature. I'm one of the co-founders of EdCamp Atlanta. We'll be having EdCamp Atlanta on September 13th this year, so make sure to mark your calendars for it. If you're not familiar with EdCamps, it's the best PD you will ever attend. I attended one, and I've been hooked ever since. So what you can do, the way we planned EdCamp Atlanta, because we all live in different areas, is at 8 o'clock on Sunday nights, we do a Google Hangout. We can all see and talk to each other. We bring up any document. So you can bring up any Google document, and you can all work on it together. You can all type on that document together and see each other and discuss everything. And remember, we're trying to work with a higher SAMR level model where we're collaborating with others on a global level. Well, if you're planning a lesson with someone in Brazil and you live in Alabama like I do, how are you and that teacher going to get together to plan that lesson plan? You can plan it right here in Google Hangouts, and you can both type and work on that lesson plan together while you talk and look at each other. So that's a really awesome thing that you can do here with Google Drive. One other thing I'm going to show you, and like I said, there's lots of other stuff, but because I'm a grandmama, I love this story before bedtime. I used to live next to Fort Benning, and so I did this presentation for the soldiers out there in Fort Benning that were going to Iraq and Afghanistan and all over the world where they go and they're away from their families. And so what you can do is you can pick a book and you can choose to read it live in the Google Hangout. So your child would be able to see you and you'd be able to see your child even if you're all the way across the world. Or you can record the story before bedtime so that your child can go in and watch that video of you reading to them anytime they want. So you can just click on that book and then you can start reading the story to them. And I just love that, and my soldiers were really excited about that they could still connect with their kids that way and read them their bedtime stories, which is such a important nightly routine to do with your babies. There's a library already in there, and they add books all the time. But what I've done is I've scanned books that I like and put it into a Google PowerPoint, and then just did a Google Hangout with the PowerPoint, just like I was showing you. You could do a PowerPoint. So I did the Big Wide Mouth Frog for my 3.5-year-old grandson because I love that book. It's really funny. Right. You just click to get to the books for that library. You just click on the app, A Story Before Bedtime. And if I didn't want that book, the Build It book, I can go back and I can select another book. And they're adding books all the time. All right, so now let me get off of that. So now let's say we're done with the Hangout. If you forgot to grab the link earlier, down here in the corner are the links again, so you can always have access to those links. Just send them out. You can see how many live viewers you have. See, there's one viewer that's not here at ISTE that's watching this live right now. Hello, whoever you are. All right, so when you're all finished, make sure you click